This video was sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can visit their store by using my referral link in the description below. Alright, before we jump into a Strixhaven draft, I want to remind everyone that Card Kingdom sponsored my content. You can visit their store using my referral link if you click on the link in the description below on YouTube or the logo below on Twitch. And if you do that, you'll be taken to their store, and they have all kinds of sweet stuff. You can get all the, magic products like Strixhaven and the like. Modern Horizons 2. Soon you'll be able to start pre-ordering Adventures in Forgotten Realms. Let's jump in to this. Okay, so Flame Patrol Celebrant is a nice little card, but not incredible or anything. Shock is always good, and in this format there are a lot of things it kills. Rutha is great. Like, if you end up in a really good Prismari deck, she is one of the linchpins of your deck. And the same is true of Witherbloom Apprentice. If you end up in a Witherbloom deck, that's what'll be happening. I think we take Rutha. Maybe we don't play her, but she has a ridiculously high ceiling, and I think she's probably just what we want to take here. So we'll just go ahead and grab the Rutha. Hey! How about that? We just had this in our cube draft, and maybe we're going to take it here. This format is slow enough that, like, winning games with Approach is very real. I mean, you do have to have a good control deck, but it is pretty doable. So I'm really considering grabbing this Approach. If I don't grab the Approach, there is an Elemental Masterpiece here, which is pretty sweet, and a Field Trip. Those are probably the other things to look at, and Mage Hunter's Onslaught. But I think we just grab Approach. It's kind of funny to get it in back-to-back drafts in 2 different formats. So, I think that's enough of a reason, Yeah, it's pretty easy to splash Approach. It's true. It's true. Ooh, okay. So we've got Cultivate here, which is great in, like, if you end up in, like, a Teamer deck, Cultivate is amazing. It won't work that way, unfortunately. You have to cast it from your hand. So the copy will gain me more life, which could matter. But yeah, I won't win instantly, though. So I think we grab the Cultivate here. Cultivate is just great. It really sets up splashes. It really ramps you. I've been pretty happy with it in this format. It's been quite strong. Okay, so we're getting more ramp / fixing here with Emergent Sequence. I think it's just a pick here over the Professor. Some of these lessons are nice too, but yeah. I think we grab Emergent Sequence here. Okay, Quandrix Apprentice, nice little card to make sure you keep hitting land drops. I think I would like to be like a blue-green base deck, maybe splashing red for, or like a Teamer deck straight up. We do have 2 pieces of fixing already, and then splashing for Approach. I think we grab Quandrix Apprentice here. It does a good job of making sure you hit lands, and that's what this deck wants, so. This is a pretty good start. I mean, I feel like this deck is probably the one at the highest ceiling, like when you go Teamer. I mean, you can also be like blue-green splash red or red-blue splash green. But yeah, this deck seems to have a very high ceiling. It's funny, though, because I think my best deck, and some of it, I haven't kept track of which archetypes I've done the best with, but I'm pretty sure, based on feel and how many 7-win drafts I've had, I think Silver Quill's been my best. I think I've had several 7-win Silver Quills, and my win percentage with Silver Quill, I mean, I could go back and look, but it's probably above 60%. Yeah, I kind of wanted to take the Approach too, because even though our last deck was so good for it, like Phyrexian Arena plus Approach and Cube, we never got to do it, and that was kind of unfair. Okay, so we've got a Quandrix Campus, which is pretty good fixing, but I think I like Mentor's Guidance enough to grab it here. It's just almost always in this format, 3 mana, scry 1, draw a card, scry 1, draw a card, and that's pretty good. The fixing is good too, but I think Mentor's Guidance is good enough to take it here. What's weird for me, BG Ekamon, is that when I've played Silver Quill, the +1/+1 counter theme is very small. And so when I've been successful with it, it's more just like a straight up aggro deck with tricks and stuff. supporting it. So teach by example can be pretty sweet if you end up with some really big, crazy spells. We don't have any of those yet. And generally, you're able to get one if you want one. Scurrid Colony or Prismari Campus is kind of what we're looking at. I think it's time to take some fixing. Okay, so, you know, Biomathematician has been kind of disappointing. It's just not, it just doesn't do what this deck wants to do, and it's not bad, but it's more like a solid card instead of, in most formats, it would be like a pretty good card you first pick sometimes. We're going to take the Frost Trickster here. Oh yeah, Expanded Anatomy, yeah. I put counters on my stuff. I guess what I'm saying is the +1/+1 counter synergies don't come up that often, and most of them are kind of medium. But yeah, just sticking counters on your stuff is still something you do in Silver Quill. It's just not like, you're not a +1/+1 counter deck in the sense that you're getting payoffs and stuff. So, the Aerialist isn't bad, Assistant's not bad. Which of these medium cards do I want more? I guess probably the Aerialist. Right now, I mean, what we could really use are some big spells for the top of our curve to, like, ramp into. Or Bookworm. You know, Bookworm's always good. Where is my cat? I know she's making a lot of noise, but I can't figure out where she is. So, I haven't been a huge fan of Golden Ratio. I think I'll take the Adept here, which is not exciting, but it makes the cut sometimes. You know, looting's a thing, and stuff, and a thing. Yeah, so, I mean, I like how this first pack has gone for the most part in terms of just getting Fixing and Ramp and Rutha and Approach. Like, that's a great baseline. We definitely do want to find some more stuff to ramp into. Guidance is going to be pretty sweet with Approach because we can see 4 cards with it. Ooh, this is a good late pickup. You know, for these decks to really be at their best, you do need these early drops that are a pain for your opponent, and this is just a little 1/1, but the fact it can trade with everything really makes it so, you know, it really helps you live through the late game. All right, we're going to grab Teach by Example here. We still don't have anything great to do with it, but we could end up with it. This Battleseer is so medium. I'm not likely to play any of these. I guess I'll just take a Karok. It seems more likely than the rest. Okay, these are both actually reasonable, and I think Vortex Runner especially is good. It's a, you know, we have Ramp, and it's a Ramp payoff that isn't as obvious of one as like a Bookworm, but, you know. Yeah, Needlethorn has been a nice card in this format. It is true. Oh, come on now. Why you gotta do that to me? Give me Professor Onyx in pack 2? Oh, boy. Okay. So, there's not anything amazing for us here. I mean, another Rutha would be cool, I guess. But Professor Onyx is absolutely bonkers. Yeah, and we do have a Cultivate. So, double splashing isn't the most insane thing ever. If we can get a second Cultivate especially, splashing Professor Onyx is very doable. There's a lot of fixing. I think we take her. She just has too high of a ceiling. It's definitely true that Rutha would be nice, but Professor Onyx is crazy good. And we'll see where the draft takes us, you know? Yeah. Okay. So, Pop Quiz, nice little card. We don't have any lessons yet, interestingly. Heated Debate is great removal, and that is something we don't have a lot of right this second, and it's a nice thing for Rutha to copy. I'm kind of leaning towards taking the Debate here. Yeah, I think we take the Debate. We're going to need more fixing, obviously, to really get there. Ooh, multiple choice is excellent. I haven't gotten to play with it yet, surprisingly. And it is what we take here. There's a nice lesson here. If we were blue-red, this mage would be even better. But still, multiple choice would be the pick here anyway, so yeah. Yeah, so ideally we'd splash both of these. So like I said, like if we could find another Cultivate, I would be ecstatic. 3 Cultivates, even better. It could happen. And then, you know, once you have like 3 Cultivates, it's really not that hard to like basically play whatever you want. I have done it at least once in this format, and I've had 2 several times. Okay, so do have fixing here in Prismari Campus, but I think Dream Strix is good enough that we take it here. Stormkill and Aerial or Artist is fixing, but we're not a base red deck, so relying on it as a source of fixing seems sketchy. I think we'll take the Strix here. There's a chance in the end we just end up being like a normal 2-color deck, so we could definitely end up being there because what we're after seems so open. All right, so we have a Barian Books and a Quandrix Apprentice here. I do think we need more ways to interact, especially if we end up cutting a bunch of red or something, and Barian Books does it. I do like the Apprentice, but I think we take Barian Books over it. So yeah, I could definitely see us ending up in a world where maybe we just cut both of these. We'll probably splash red no matter what, because it's not going to be that hard to do. But we could end up cutting both Approach and Professor Onyx, which would be kind of sad, but it could happen. So Adventurous Impulse, kind of okay, but I probably just want another Vortex Runner. If we were a base red deck, I'd be more after the Warden, I think. But we're not. We're mostly going to be a blue-green deck that's maybe, you know, a heavy-ish splash of red and then smaller splashes for these. So we need lessons and we need fixing, which can sometimes make your deck not have a really high average. Like, you're going to end up running some cards that are barely playable, like, you know, Spine Karok, because you're going to end up with a bunch of cards in your sideboard and a bunch of lands. So that can happen. This pack's pretty strong for us. Decisive Denial is excellent. Pop Quiz is really good, and so is Professor of Zoomancy. We wouldn't mind an Elemental Summoning. I think we take Denial in the end. It's just so great that I don't know why we wouldn't take it. Counterspell, you know, in situations where it works, and then, you know, the fight effect otherwise is pretty good. Yeah, right now, I mean, I can probably swing Splashing Approach no matter what, I guess, and I probably will. It's probably just Professor Onyx that won't get splashed, because we do already have an Emergent Sequence and a Cultivate, and then, you know, it's less, you know, fixing exactly, but Quandrix Apprentice helps us dig through our deck pretty effectively. So I would like this lesson, and I don't mind Prismari Pledge Mage either. We do need some early-ish drops. I guess we already have a few. But I think Compulsive Research is good enough that we just want to take it here. I think it's better than these cards, so yeah. Practical Research is okay, but I think we want a Pop Quiz. We still don't have any lessons, but we'll get some. I guess if we end up as an Approach deck, maybe the Research is just going to be better. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so I guess another Aerialist. I was kind of hoping I'd pick up some, like, mediocre stuff here late. You know, Test of Talents is a pretty real card in this format. At the same time, I think I'd probably take the Amplimancer. That Owl still being there is interesting. If we were, like, more into blue-red spells than we are, I'll take another Amplimancer. That would have been interesting. Another Karok. So if we do end up low on playables because we pick up fixing and or lessons. Ooh, hello. Speaking of fixing, yeah, that's pretty good. Even if red's only a splash, it's great. Gives us a bunch more fixing, which is good. Does give us the ability to add 2 black potentially. So Environmental Sciences is good too, obviously, but yeah, we want Galazeth. I think red is becoming more of a focus, but we definitely need more fixing to really get there on red being like a legit, like, 3rd color. Well, Sparring Regiment is, of course, excellent, but I don't think it's for us. You know, we could try to splash it. It is that good, but I think where we're headed is we're more interested in something like Kelpie Guide, which gives us fixing early, and then it's a ramp payoff late. We do still have sort of a problem in that we have no lessons, and we also don't have quite as much fixing as I'd like, but we take the Kelpie Guide there. We didn't have access to anything in that pack that would have done what we needed. Okay, so Devouring Tendrils is a good removal spell, but I feel like the way our deck is pushing us, taking Archway Commons makes more sense here. I don't think that's always the right thing to do, but I think we need fixing badly enough to take full advantage of what our deck looks like, that we need to take the commons here over tendrils. The commons. Okay. So once again, we have a good lesson, but I think we probably just grab more fixing here. Channel's exciting, but, you know, not really, not that easy to make work in Limited, but there are some ways. If we had a Bookworm, you know. I don't really like this card. It mostly just, you know, it's just too situational. It will do cool stuff sometimes, but it doesn't do enough most of the time. I guess we'll take a Professor here. Okay, so Campus Guide, I think is what we're going to take here as we continue to make our mana a little bit better here late. Still no lessons, but, you know, a Channel Approach would be pretty funny. But you're by no means guaranteed to win, even if you pull that off. It's the sad thing. Yeah, if you have like Bookworm and Crackle with power, I think you run Channel pretty happily. But all right, so again, this time I'm a little tempted to take the Apprentice because, you know, it's not fixing in a literal sense, but yeah. It helps us find our mana that we need. And I think that makes me want it a little more than I want the commons in that case. Yeah, funny thing is, I mean, we ended up with a decent number of spells, but not as many as I would have liked. We still don't have any lessons. I think this might be the first time that's ever happened to me, and it may not bode well for us. So divide by 0, which is normally excellent without anything. If it's just rummaging, it's not nearly as good. I think we just grab another Heated Debate, given the situation here. Okay, so I think we take Eureka Moment here. So I think we're good on splashing both, on being a teamer deck and then splashing Approach. I don't think we're really a Teach by Example deck, sadly. Okay, so there's a late lesson. It's unfortunately not one we can play. Well, I guess we'll be able to play it sometimes, maybe? Yeah, I mean, I'm more likely to play it than all these other things, so I'm going to grab it. We may not be playing our cards with Learn, though, because we have no real lessons. I mean, Dream Strix will still get played because it's still pretty good, but a complete lack of lessons is kind of rough. I guess we're going to take Team Pennant here. Yeah, we're not going to get any lessons. Do we have enough 5-mana spells that we're interested in this Spectacle Mage? I think we probably do in the end. We passed a lot of Spectacle Mages, which could have been interesting. The Befuddler's fine. I don't know if I'd say I'd like it a lot. It probably is better than our Amplimancer, though. So we're probably going to be running 1 Plains plus the commons. So on really rare occasions, we might be able to utilize this lesson. Really rare. Plus, if we have Galazeth in play, we could potentially use it too. All right, we'll grab Double Major here. Doubt it makes the cut, but, you know. You know, for the most part in this format, not doing stuff with lessons usually doesn't bode well for your win percentage. So, so we'll see how this goes. We may just be removing most of our Learn, although every card with Learn rummages, and that works well with Approach, obviously. So that's worth keeping in mind. Okay, so Quandrix Apprentice also going to be pretty good with Approach. Probably don't play the Aerialist in the end here. 1 Plains is probably good, and we have 5, 6 red sources and 7 blue sources. We don't need... Our deck is kind of awkward in terms of the fact that we need green, but because of Cultivate, I think we do want this many green sources. I don't love the number of red sources we have or the number of blue, but I think it's passable. Yeah, so did we just end up not putting anything that has learn in our deck? I should have probably thought about the rummage effect a little more on learn. So Dream Strix, yeah. I mean, it'll rummage, basically, is what it'll do. That's what's still in our deck. Thank you for the follow, Crag Mod. All right, time to trim cards. It's tough. Yeah, Adept and Amplimancers definitely aren't great. The Adept is kind of nice with Approach, but I think we have enough other card draw that we're probably not desperate for it, and I think we can lose an Amplimancer too. We just have way better 2-drops between like the Apprentice, the Needlethorn, and in this deck, Campus Guide. Spectacle Mage may not be worth it here. I mean, red is one of its, you know, we kind of have 3 main colors in a sense, but I feel like it only reduces the cost of 3 spells in the whole deck. And we're not always going to be able to cast it before we cast those spells, so it's a good card if we were like a blue-red deck, but don't think I'm down. I think we leave Rutha in a world where you have like 2 heated debates, and, well, maybe that's all we have. No, I mean, she also doubles multiple choice. I mean, we have a lot of cards that her doubling is sweet, and she has a decent body anyway, so I think we leave her in for sure. Why did it go up to 2 planes? What are you thinking? What are you thinking, Arena? Yeah, I mean, Professor of Zoomancy, as good as it is, like, kind of think it might be a cut here. Is it better than Vortex Runner? No, Ruth is a lot more than just a good blocker. We have plenty of spells for her to double. I think we lose another Amplimancer here. I think we're okay enough on 2-drops that we don't need it. It's a pretty mediocre 2-drop. Then we need to cut one more thing. Yeah, I do think the Professor stays in. I think you're right about that, just because it is the kind of card that can keep you alive one more turn pretty effectively. Yeah, Vortex Runner is kind of where I'm looking at this point. Cutting one of them. I don't love Practical Research, to be honest. But I feel like in an Approach deck, we're probably interested in it. But maybe in a world... I mean, what do we have? We have several card draw spells. We have Quandrix Apprentice, which can rip through our deck and get us closer to our Approach all over again. We have Eureka Moment. Yeah, I mean, maybe we have to have... Maybe we cut Practical Research. We have Mentor's Guidance. Yeah, I think we cut the Research. I mean, my deck can win without Approach. I mean, that is, I guess, the main win condition. I think that's fine, though. I think we'll have enough to get us to our Approach quickly. All right, so we only need 1 planes, so that isn't what we want. And I think we add back in a mountain. Maybe a forest. Yeah, green is where like all of our fixing is, so I think a forest makes sense. All right, so this is a wacky deck. Gonna be fun, probably. But it might not be amazing. This is like one of the few times where running that blue, the instant or sorcery tutor would have made sense. 2 copies of Approach is real. Alright, this is a pretty good hand. Pretty good hand. We got Approach for one thing. Yeah. Question is whether I want to play Campus Guide on turn 2 or just play my tap land. I think I just play the tap land, then I can play out like Kelpie Guide next turn. Yeah. Well, that compulsive research will be helpful at one point or another. I mean, I could cast it now, I guess. Maybe it's greedy to hold on to it until we cast Approach, but... I think playing Kelpie Guide for the ramp is worth it here. There's Dream Strix, huh? So I'll probably just attack with my guide here. It might get expelled, but it's whatever. Yeah, it does. Not the end of the world. I think now we just play Dream Strix. Nice, so they get to kill it there, and then, yeah. So, do I grab this Inkling Summoning? I'm probably going to have white mana at some point. Is it better than Rummaging? I mean, if I rummaged, what would I discard? So, I think we just grab the Summoning. And now we'll play Vortex Runner. Learning. Something our deck's not good at doing. Yeah, I'm not sure I will get the plains, because I kind of need... Well, there's a forest. Maybe I will get the plains now, huh? 3, 4, 5. So we're 2 mana away from Approach. So we probably just Mentor's Guidance here, and then play Campus Guide to put a land on top. That seems pretty good. Yeah. We'll get the 2 triggers out of it. So, I don't think I desperately want to draw a forest here. Pretty good draw. And so is that. And then we'll play Campus Guide. And yeah, I guess we'll put a plains on top. We have double of everything now, so might as well, because then we can play our Inkling Summoning. And we'll attack. Ooh. Professor Onyx.
The essence of life is inseparable from the essence of death. There has to be an answer here.
So, I can probably take her down here one way or another. Because of heated debate, mostly. Yeah. So let's send them both at Onyx. I'm sure they block and kill our Campus Guide. Yeah. Block and kill the Campus Guy, but we can still kill her, so...
That's it! To the detention bog!
I'm not crazy broken up about it, so... Then we will heated debate.
Fine. I'm taking the day off.
I mean, if I play Compulsive Research, I increase my chances of hitting the land for Approach. Which will also make this unblockable. If I play Inkling Summoning, I get to add to the board, but, yeah... We're going to Compulsive Research ourselves here. So we actually kind of want the untapped land. Have we played a land yet this turn? Have I played a land this turn? I think I have, yeah. So we'll discard the Campus. Yeah. I had already played a land. Alright, with all the mana they're leaving up, we can't really afford to try to cast approach. At least not right now. I mean, we have enough other stuff we can do that I might as well do it. Does it get expelled or killed or expelled? Sure. So, yeah, no. That doesn't do enough. Alright, so I think we go Quandrix Apprentice. Inkling Summoning. Grab a Forest. And end our turn. Multiple choice will be good if they play out like one big creature. That'll be pretty sweet. They continue to not do things, though. Which is a little frustrating. I may just try to cast Approach here. Probably should have put in like a Biblioplex Assistant just so I could rebuy Approach sometimes, but, you know. Is it another Expel? Wow, they're into Expel, aren't they? So with the mana they have up, they could still have a counterspell, but it's not nearly as likely. I mean, I could wait until I have mana for Decisive Denial to counter their counterspell. But nah, I think we go for it. Nice. We did it. Okay. Got them on a bit of a clock now. Nice. So multiple choice will be pretty good here. And if they had a counterspell, they would have played it. So yeah, I think we just multiple choice here. It'll let us see 2 cards, bounce a creature, give us a 4/4, which is awesome. So X equals 4. Yes. So I think almost no matter what, we bottom the card. Yeah, we don't want, especially that card. We don't want Cultivate right now. It'll shuffle our deck, so it's pretty much a dead card. All right. Oh yeah, I forgot to switch draft scenes. That was pretty sweet. Once again, we didn't get to win with Approach, but our opponent knowing about the inevitability of the approach was basically why they scooped. So I guess one never really gets to cast their Approach if they draw it, you know? Okay, so now I need to turn back on my record, which I forgot to do. So Approach costs 6 generic and a white to gain you 7 life, and then it gets put into your deck 7th from the top. And the upside there is if you cast it a second time. If you cast it and it's the second time you've cast it that game, you win. So that's why it's like, you know, inevitability. Right, pretty good. If we get to double a multiple choice, it'll all be worth it. I guess we're gonna grab our 1 planes with our Campus Guide this turn, probably. Yeah, Campus Guide for our planes. Okay, well, so far their deck looks like ours, and they're having a really fast, like, mana start, which isn't great news. so we're gonna attack here. I mean, they're not gonna block, so I may as well. And then I'm gonna play planes. That is not what I meant to do. I thought I already played an island, so I effed that up. So I guess we're just gonna compulsive research now, because yeah. Yeah, I guess we're gonna discard the mountain. Got a lot of mana over there, but luckily they didn't do anything with it that turn. Alright, so attack with Campus Guide here. And then the question is, do I want to play... What do I want to play here? I mean, I guess Rutha... There's a lot of things we could draw that Rutha doubling would be kind of insane. The Professor of Zoomancy pressures them a little more. The Apprentice makes it more likely we find our mana. I think pressuring them is probably a little more valuable right here. Good chance whatever I play gets countered too, so, for that matter. Okay, maybe not. That's not nice. Well, there's our approach. Multiple choice here isn't the worst thing. But double spelling is probably a little better to go Apprentice, Vortex Runner, yeah. Hi, Mr. Fletcher. Glad you've been enjoying the new content. The content on the History YouTube channel as well as the Magic one. And it's not good. Yeah, the new mic is really nice. I'm glad I invested in it because my channel had... I mean, you know, my mic... I'd had for like 5 years, basically. So, it was time for an upgrade. And... You know, I was sort of putting it off for as long as I could, and then my mic started to, like, do all these weird things. Like, just dropping in and out, and really... And I was like, well, guess I'm supposed to get a new one. Okay, so... Rutha... We don't want to play her like that, though. Oh, we have to. So, there you go. So multiple choice is okay, and maybe it's just what I should do here. It'll just get rid of a Saproling, or a Pest, rather, which isn't great. But, like, I get a 4/4, and I scry, so, and get rid of the 1/1, which seems pretty good. I could play Rutha first and then double it, I guess. I would need... I need one more mana, and then I could double it, which would be pretty sweet. Yeah, I guess we'll play Rutha. Is that greedy? Maybe. Yeah, okay. Double Heated Debate is great, especially because it can't be countered, so... That's some good stuff. And it's probably just what I'm gonna do here. I could wait until their turn to do it. But if I do, it makes it more likely Quandrix Pledge Mage can go off. So I think we're just gonna do it now. And we'll target the Pledge Mage and the Vortex Runner. And Vortex Runner with the other one. One can double Second Sun, but all it does for you is gain you 7 more life. It won't win you the game. You have to cast it from your hand the second time for it to win you the game. I don't love leaving the Apprentice, but those other 2 creatures were more immediate threats, so that's why I went the way I did. Man, I could use some more diverse mana. You know, all this green and white mana isn't so good. I mean, the copy will resolve first, but the way Approach of the Second Sun works is it checks to see where the spell was cast from. So, well, I'm pretty sure it doesn't work, though I'm not 100% sure why, now that I think about it. Pretty sure it won't work that way. We don't have the mana to do it anyway right now, but... I guess we just play Rutha again, though. This opens up too many avenues. Might get countered this time, but... So the spell will already be on the stack, so it doesn't work that way. That's the reason. So... Well, yeah, a copy isn't cast, it's true, but the interesting thing is it's only the time when you try to win the game with it that it has to be cast from your hand. So theoretically, one could make a copy of it one turn and then cast it the other way the next turn. But yeah, it's hard to do, and just straight up copying it on the same turn won't do it. So, yeah. But technically, the first copy can be... The first time you play it can be a copy, and the second one cannot be a copy. But if you've already cast it from your hand, that part of the effect, you know, that it checks for won't matter. So, they killed Rutha. That's sad to kill Rutha. Man, that's not nice either. Yeah, if you were able to copy it from your hand and then cast it, it would in fact work. Yeah. You are correct. You know, given that I have multiple choice in play, I kind of don't hate the idea of just double blocking here and then bouncing all their stuff. I mean, bouncing the Apprentice, then we get a 4/4 and a Scry and all of that. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do here. So we're going to go multiple choice for 4 here. He could have counter magic, but let's hope they don't. We actually aren't making great use of that right this second. But maybe it's worth it. Kind of need mana. And this would help us find it, I guess, but we'd have to play the Apprentice for it to do its thing. I think it's probably just better to bottom that. Ooh, Cultivate's not bad. It will find us the mana we need, that's for sure. We have enough other ways to dig for the Approach, like Quandrix Apprentice and stuff, that I'm not, like, yeah, Mentor's Guidance would be sweet to have, but we have to find the mana to actually play the Approach first. Yeah, that's gross. Yep, the second copy can be... Actually, either copy can be countered, I guess, because you still technically cast it. So we have the mana now. They have their own mana up, which concerns me some. If I want to be really cautious, I could, like, play Quandrix Apprentice and Cultivate here. But I feel like they don't have counter magic. They didn't do anything about multiple choice. They would have had to draw it. I think we just go for it here. Uh-oh. Okay, good. It worked. Now, we do have the awkward situation where our Cultivate isn't very good, because we don't really want to shuffle our library, but I think it was still worth doing that way. So, there's our approach. Quandrix Apprentice can help us get there. Pretty quickly, actually. They might be about to crackle with power over there, which would not be good news for us. Oh, okay. I can live with that. Okay, so they're going for... Are they trying to go for, like, lethal here? A fight spell? Fight spell. Smart. Yeah, so that will wreck us. So we're going to take 9 here now. So the good news is... Okay. More mana, but we don't want to shuffle our deck, so no thanks. So, do we just play Needlethorn and leave up Bury in Books here? Doesn't seem like a terrible plan. But maybe playing Apprentice and leaving up Bury was better because it would get us closer. Yeah, that was dumb. That would have gotten us a lot closer to our approach. So, I mean, another 2/2 isn't terrible. I think I'm going to do that for now. And pass the turn. Having both of these in our hand after we approached is kind of rough. So they can make a absolutely massive fractal here if they want. Oh, no. Yeah, I think they're going to be able to kill us before we get to our approach. It's not looking promising, that's for sure. Cultivate into Emergent is, like, exciting, but the land I would get would be tapped, and we would have shuffled away our approach, so I'm not really sure that's the best plan, but I think we're gonna be... I think we would have been dead either way, so... Yeah... Yeah, we're dead. They got us before we could approach. Having all those answers was rough. I think if we had played The Apprentice and then left up Bury in Books, we would have been in better shape. But I still think we were too slow. Okay, this is nice. We've got access to all our mana and all the ramp we could ever want. Yeah, works for me. I'd probably play the Apprentice on turn 2 instead of Campus Guide because Apprentice Cultivate is pretty good. I mean, we could just go aggressive now, but I think probably just cultivating is the right move here. So we go cultivate. Grab this island. And we grab plains. We've got double green and double blue. I'll grab a forest, I guess. We'll put that one on the battlefield. And we're not going to attack. Given what our opponent had, I don't think there was really anything we could do to stop them. Even with hindsight, I don't think you can go back in that game and find a sequence that would have saved us. So, what we really need to find are sweet things to, like, ramp into and stuff. I think I played untapped land here. Yeah. Play this island. Yeah, Dreamstrix will probably be looting if they target it. So, yeah, we'll attack with our apprentice, and then I think we play Campus Guide. I don't think we actually put a land on top. We have all the lands we need. Mostly this is just a 2-mana creature. Decline. And then Dreamstrix. I would probably rummage right now if they kill Dreamstrix here. That's probably what I would do because I don't have the mana. I mean, I just need one more land to be able to... We have one other land that produces white, and we also have Galazeth. I kind of forgot about Galazeth. So there's a couple ways we could get the double white, but we have enough lands right now that rummaging seems like a reasonable option. I think there's a very significant chance here that what they have is that trick again, another enthusiastic study. And I have to decide whether I think it's worth making them use it in a way that isn't super advantageous or not. I think I'm just going to take the 2. Let them enthusiastic study again if they want to. Okay, well, that's even less good, I think, because they don't get a full card out of it. Now, I guess maybe they really need the fixing for some reason. Oh, hello. All right, well, we're going to be in business in the very near future, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so next turn, we can cast Approach. And I think we hold on to Mentor's Guidance because of that. Given what we got going on in our hand, I don't really see a reason to attack here. Okay, so that's not great. I'm glad I didn't attack. So, do I want to rummage? I think I probably do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we have enough mana, so I'm going to rummage away a forest. So our opponent does have us pretty low on life, which I'm not loving. But yeah. Yeah, we don't want more than one trigger. Oh, yeah, I get what you're saying. Shoot. Yeah, that is what would happen, because it would count the copy. Awkward. So I need to get rid of my apprentice somehow. Now, the first time I cast it, it won't be a problem, because all of it will still be happening on the stack. But the second time, it will be. So... that hurts. They drop us to 5 here. What are they going to do? Lava access? Oh, pretty much. So, I think we probably approach here, get us up to 12, rather than play Galazeth. Yeah. So I'm hoping they try to just go for the... No, they're not gonna. They're gonna make my apprentice unable to block, most likely. hope they attack with Blood Age General here. Yes! So we definitely block here. We now actually don't get the copy, so that's kind of a bummer, I guess. Didn't think about that, but yeah. Okay. So we play... I guess we'll play Mentor's Guidance first. Bottom that. Oh, that's a really good draw here. So I think we Frost Trickster, and we actually tap down the Hall Monitor because it can make my creature unable to block. I guess if I play this and get a treasure... If I sack the treasure, I can just do both. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Play Galazeth. Oh, what? It auto-passed my turn even though I had 3 mana to play my Frost Trickster. That's cool. Isn't that cool? Yeah, I mean, Pigment wouldn't have been that much of a problem if the game had let me do what it was supposed to let me do there. Oh, boy. That is frustrating. Oh, it has to sack, so I couldn't add 2. Yeah, I only had 2. It's all my fault. I can't blame the game. So that drops us to 6. Okay, that's a pretty good draw. Like, everything we have in our hand can do a pretty good job of getting us to the late game. So let's play Trickster. Tap that down. Play Professor. And play Kelpie Guide. Yeah, I was thinking once Galazeth's in play, you can tap and then sacrifice, but both effects are taps, so you can't. So are we gonna do it? I mean, I'd say we're in pretty good shape to try. Okay, so if we scry on our next upkeep, we draw Approach. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We won't have enough mana to cast it too, or we have 10 actually, huh? So that would involve tapping down 4 of these and a Campus, and then I'd have 4, 5. Yeah, I'd still be 1 mana short, unfortunately. So I think I'd probably make the Past Caller unable to attack us. I think that's probably our plan here. Oh, I can scry at the end of their turn, so I don't have to... Yeah, so we should win next turn. I have a second Campus. So we scry at the end of their turn, and that gets us there. So we're going to tap down the Past Caller here. Hope they don't have a way to kill us. Oh, the Galazeth mana can also only be used for... Yeah, so I was wrong about how that worked, like four ways to Sunday. So... Alright, so they tap both of those down. But now all they have are 2 ground creatures. And yes, one of them can make one of mine unable to block, but I don't think it's going to matter. These 3 cards were really, really good ones to draw when you're trying to make the game go long. At least in terms of, like, your creatures. Because, like, tapping something, 2 bodies, taps whatever their best thing is. It's all really good. Oh my god. Look, they got Academic Probation. So they're going to keep me from casting it this turn. Which means we may as well draw the card on top. I can't believe it. We have to wait 1 more turn. So yeah, we may as well draw the card on top of our library now. I kind of think I just trade for that 4/4. Throw my Professor in front of it. Yeah. They could have the first strike trick. If they have the first strike trick, that's going to be a much uglier block for us. Maybe just chumping and going up to 7's worth it. They don't have the mana for the trample trick, so... So yeah, no reason to scry because... Yeah. Yeah, sudden breakthrough is what I was talking about, the first strike trick. I guess maybe there's some small chance that we want to just get rid of whatever is on top here, but kind of doubt it. Well, I guess in the event we can't win with approach next turn, I mean, a mountain's not exactly going to do anything. So, might as well put it on the bottom, and if somehow we can't win with approach, not having drawn that land will, in fact, be pretty nice. So, alright, so we pass the turn. If they were playing black, I wouldn't have drawn it, but they're not, so I'm not too concerned. Another study break would be bad news. Oh my god. I think we still get to survive, but it's going to be close. So... tap down the flyer. If they have study break, I guess we're dead. Let's hope they don't have study break. That would be heartbreaking, wouldn't it? I guess the trample trick would also beat us. There's a bunch of ways we can die here, unfortunately, for us. They have the trample trick. I can feel it. Although, I feel like they would have cast it by now if they did. So maybe they don't. Oh. Oh, is that actually enough to kill us? I guess it's not. Right? No, it's not. We're gonna go to 1. Woo! Alright, we finally get to win today with approach. After having it in our first deck of the day and not winning ever with it. Not letting our opponent not letting us cast the copy. Yeah, if they'd done it on the bigger creature, I think we were dead in a half. So I think we got lucky there. Alright, good hand. You know, you don't really want to use Emergent Sequence to get, like, we don't want to use it to get our 1 planes, but it will ramp us on turn 2, and that's all that matters. Alright, so we're up against aggro, it would seem. So let's Emergent Sequence, and I guess we'll grab a forest. We could use a second forest, but it's also not a complete disaster if our opponent blows it up, so... If they don't, we can play our Professor next turn, which will feel pretty good, I think. Yeah. I think that's where we go here. Kill spell on Professor here would hurt a fair bit. Okay, so I think we Campus Guide and put our planes on top. And then, yeah, that still leaves us mana for Heated Debate. So, yeah, seems pretty good. And we pass the turn. Yeah, so I think we probably Heated Debate. Let's let these couple triggers resolve. We probably Heated Debate whatever they target with Guiding Voice. So we'll let that one resolve. And yeah, then we heated debate the one they're targeting with Guiding Voice, so they don't get to learn. They do, however, still have a 3-1 in the air that will be able to attack us, you know, if they want. Okay, so I think we probably Compulsive Research here. Still lets us leave up our debate, so... Okay. Am I gonna have time for Archway Commons? I mean, I don't really need it right now. It would be nice, I guess, you know, but I think we get rid of it. Just because I'm not gonna have time for it. I think holding on to an untapped land is gonna be better in this game. I guess I can attack with my Campus Guide here if I really want to. Pressure them a bit. Still leave up, yeah. Campus Guide's gonna attack. Take that. This does sort of look like a game where we're gonna want to count on winning with creatures and not so much with other stuff. So let's heat a debate that right away. He's a huge problem, so. Would be nice to get Rutha in play first and go for all that value, but not really worth it. I mean, not worth going slow just so we can do that, I mean. Alright, so here... I think we swing in with both of these. I have a feeling the Professor's gonna get blocked. Yeah. We're okay with that trade. Now I play Galazeth and Rutha. We do need some more card draw to really get going, but okay. I wish I got to draw cards off of that, but whatever. Hey, okay. So 2, 3, 4, 5. We can give up our land at this point too. So I think we swing with all 3 of these. Does look like a game if we win it, we're going to win with creatures. I guess we could draw or approach at any time, but we're far enough ahead on board that I feel like we have a pretty good chance of getting there. Alright, so we're going to play Dream Strix. We actually have the mana for our Inkling summoning, so that's probably where we're going to go. And we can even double it. So, yeah. Oh, that's true. I kind of forgot it can tap for mana. No, it doesn't really matter this turn, but yeah. Could come up. Could come up. Spectre of the Fens. Okay, so... does slow our roll a bit. Attack with both of these. If all they can do there is trade, I think we're going to be real happy, and it does look like that's all they're doing. So we're going to grab our 1 lesson, which we can only cast, like, on rare occasions, but we're going to be able to do it here. So they could have a sweeper, but I think we go for it anyway. So they basically need a sweeper. There aren't a ton in this format. There are a couple in the archive. Every time we've seen Blade Historian today, although in that last game it would have killed us, but they didn't quite get there. Nice. pretty good. Early cultivate. You know, that'll get us the white that we need. And then, yeah, early creature, removal, card draw. There's Day of... Oh, you said Day of Judgment. Yeah, you said Day of Judgment already. Okay, well... I guess now I'm just going to put a Plains on top. Can prioritize other stuff with Cultivate. Oh yeah, Devastating Mastery. That's one I forget about. I just want to cultivate here and leave up the block, probably. I'm gonna grab a forest. And an island, I guess, yeah. Leave our campus guide back to lock this thing. Uh-oh. Well, that's a hard card to beat. I'm trying to think if we have a way. So if I block this right now, they get a 3/2 token, basically. I think it's probably worth it, but it sucks compared to what the situation would have been, you know. So I guess I'm going to play Kelpie Guide here. Okay, double heated debate in the future. So I think we play Rutha and Vortex Runner here. Of course, double heated debate with Dramatic Finale in play isn't a whole lot of fun. I think if I'm going to win this game, it's probably going to be with Approach. And unfortunately, we don't have it in our hand right now. So, yeah, I can kill the token at least. Oh god, they have Poet's Quill too. This is not looking good. Yeah, debate. Dramatic Finale does only make one token per turn, luckily. So, I block if they attack me here with one of the ground creatures. They don't. Mostly because I could then Heated Debate and take down 2 tokens, which is a pretty good deal overall, actually. So, interesting they didn't do anything. They didn't equip that. What do they have in their hand? Expel? Oh, it's this. Yeah, that's what it is. Kill a creature, get a counter. Well... that's less than ideal. Could have used that before to counter that before it was played, but out of luck now. 3, so we're at 7 lands. These two are close to soup, you know, getting better. Yeah. So do I want to compulsive research here or just leave up all of my things? You know, I think we probably want to cast Research here. Let's just leave up Heated Debate and Decisive Denial. I think we do pitch a land. And do I want to play my Professor of Zoomancy now? I kind of don't hate that, the way this board looks. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So next turn, this will be unblockable, and this can start tapping things. It gives us a little bit of a chance. Keyword, a little bit. So if they equip the Quill, they can also get back their Trudge, which will be fun. So, whatever they try to put the counters on, I can use Heated Debate on. Well, not this turn, I can't. Oh my god, they have a Sparring Regimen too! What is even happening here? Goodness. This deck is insane. Dramatic Finale, Sparring Regimen. Yeah. Okay. So you put the counter on the Pupil, probably. So, I think we're going to go for the chump block here. I mean, if I do block it, they put all the counters on their flyer or on their Dusk Mage. And block it and kill it, I mean, it's probably not worth it. Especially because I can use Heated Debate on it at some point if I really need to. Like, next time they try to target it with a counter. And I can start tapping things this turn too, so... Okay. So we're in better shape now than we were. Still not in great shape, mind you, but... yeah. So they still get to put the counters somewhere. They get a 3-2 when I do kill the creature. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be... We probably needed to approach like 2 turns ago to have any chance at all, and obviously we didn't get it. I can't believe they have Quill, Finale, and Regimen. That's just bonkers. Oh, cool. I forgot to tap something because I'm so shocked at how insane their board is. Okay, so we can Decisive Denial that. We have to lose our creature when we do it, but I honestly think that might be worth it. I could also Heated Debate it, I guess. Yeah, I don't hate that. They have one other card in their hand that we don't know what it is. Let's hope it's not a trick. Because if it's not one, I can actually now block with my Professor on the Star Pupil and use Decisive Denial to kill the Dusk Mage as they try to put the counters on it. Oh no, it won't work that way. I would have to do it now. But that works too, I guess. No, it doesn't, because then they'd still have a flyer, so... Yeah. So they're going to put the counters on the Dusk Mage. Oh, I can still kill it in response. And I guess I will. So we're going to go Decisive Denial. So this just leaves them with a 3-2, which is not terrible when we have Kelpie Guide in play. Like, Kelpie Guide really gives us a shot here. So, because if they have one creature, we can tap it. Now, they have 2 more Inkling Summonings, of course, so I kind of doubt it's going to get us there, but... But I can kill Inkling Summonings without giving them tokens on the plus side. Do I want to scry on my upkeep? I don't think so. Ooh, good draw. That's a good draw right there. So I think we go Frost Trickster. We attack them down to 25. Yeah. Bet you're scared now. And our Kelpie Guide is going to tap down. Like if they put a quill on one of them, Kelpie Guide's going to tap it. Before, as they go to combat anyway. Yeah, we don't have Rise of Extus, sadly. Wouldn't be able to cast it with our mana right now anyway. They're killing something here. Oh, or, you know, tapping down multiple things. So, this time we're going to remember to tap. They probably grab the... Oh no, they have Intro to Annihilation. Okay. I'm glad they didn't have the +2/+2 counter thing, because that would have been rough. Not that this isn't already rough, you know, but... So I think we probably scry in our upkeep now. Yeah, I think we have enough mana that it's a good idea. Do I have time for Mentor's Guidance? No. No, I don't. Yeah, it doesn't really help either, but... Look out. So, we're pretty much dead. So we're going to go ahead and tap 5/4. Now the question is, do I block the one who doesn't get Regiment here? I probably do. I mean, obviously, this gets to then put a counter on a thing, but we're kind of screwed anyway. I think taking this down makes sense. Too bad we're not playing our cube deck, huh? We're not about to draw our Languish. That'd be cool. Yeah, not really. I don't think we have a real win con outside of approach for this matchup. Could have scryed, but it wouldn't have accomplished anything. That wouldn't have been bad, but yeah, it's hard. I mean, it's hard enough to beat one of those cards, but Poet's Quill, Finale, and Regimen, you basically got no shot. So... The only reason we had a little bit of one is because we could, like if we had drawn our approach, I think we would have gotten to it and won before they killed us. Because we had enough going on to make it kind of slow going for them to kill us. But yeah, in the end, it didn't get us there. Right, I mean, we don't have green, which is a bit rough, but I do think it's keepable nonetheless. We can play 3 of the cards in our hands, so... Yeah, I may end up Mentor's Guidancing without anything in play, just with the hope that I'm able to hit a forest, or we'll just draw one. That works for me. So I think we want to play our Apprentice here. Fancy Mountains. Igneous Inspiration is so gross. So I could Cultivate here, but I think just trying to get our shields up is worth it. Hello, Titan Chess. Glad you've been enjoying the History channel. History YouTube channel, I should say. History channel sounds kind of funny. Okay, so we can actually cultivate here and play Needlethorn Drake, which I don't hate. As long as one of the lands I get is a forest, and I think I'll get a forest and a plains, so... Get forest, plains. We want the plains on the battlefield. And then we play the Drake. Shields are up. Okay, so I think we now are in pretty good shape to Mentor's Guidance. I don't really think we want to go out of our way to draw a mountain. Of course, I draw Campus Guide instead. We will take another Heated Debate, though. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah. So, do I want to just leave mana up here for Burying Books / Heated Debate? Because what's going to happen probably is they're going to Spirit Summoning. I mean, it kind of looks like they're going to play the Draw 4 card here. That seems pretty likely. If I play Campus Guide, I can put a mountain on top and double Heated Debate next turn, which seems pretty potent. Yeah, I think I like it. And end our turn. So they didn't do anything, huh? I don't know what they're doing. Not wanting to counter... They must have been leaving up counter magic. That's the only thing that makes any kind of sense. Ooh. That's pretty nasty. Yeah, so... And then they can also play it from their graveyard later, which will be a bit of a problem, to say the least. Okay, so I think we're going to block there. Double block here. Yeah, works for me. So the flashback here is 5, so they may end up making 2 copies, which is not going to be a lot of fun. So let's play Vortex Runner here. Then we'll just end our turn, leaving up our things. Alright, so do I want Tiberian Books to just blank one of these? I think I do. Then we'll take the other 3. Alright, looks like we're in race mode now. Alright, so... I guess we're going to Emergent Sequence here. Makes our Vortex Runner unblockable. Try to crack in for 7 here. And then I think we just end our turn and leave up our Heated Debates, because if they, like... I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that can go wrong because of increasing Vengeance. But I think we still just pass turn and leave up the Heated Debate. Okay. Alright, so we're going to Heated Debate the 3-2. Nice. We haven't seen multiple choice in a while. So the downside with multiple choice is they do get... If they want to, they can get Frost Trickster back and trigger it again, but the upside is that they get a 4-4 and I draw a card, and they also won't have any blockers this turn. Not that blockers are a huge deal when you have a Vortex runner, but I still think we do it. Yeah, we'll take our own Frost Trickster. Yeah, so we'll choose them. Guessing they return their Frost Trickster. And then I attack them with... Trying to decide if I want to play the Frost Trickster this turn to tap down their Blood Age General. I think I hold on to it. Yeah. I guess I could have also left up Heated Debate, but Heated Debate plus Frost Trickster is going to be pretty big next turn. I know that I can target myself, but I think targeting the Professor would be a bad idea. Okay. Well. So, attack them for 4. I guess I am going to play my Frost Trickster here. And leave up our Heated Debate. It's not a blink. I would have to return it to my hand and cast it again, which I wouldn't have been able to do that turn. And it's not like the trigger is so valuable that it's what you want to be doing there. Man, that is a problem. The only good news about it is that our Vortex Runner, when it untaps, doesn't care that that's a 1/5. But the bad news is they get back Explosive Welcome. Not good. Okay, that's helpful, though. That is helpful. Get our Elder Dragon. You know, I think I'm going to attack... I think I'm going to attack with Frost Trickster. If they decide to block with Pillar Drop, I think I use Heated Debate on it. And if we trade Frost Tricksters, I mean, it's not awesome, but it's not the end of the world either. Yeah, so that's... I think that's a fine trade. Ooh, okay, there we go. That's what we wanted, because we can't afford to let them get back their big scary spell. So, yeah, now we Heated Debate to finish it off. And then we play Galazeth. Oh my god, they had another one anyway? You kidding me? I guess that explains why they were as aggressive blocking as they were, but man, that's brutal. Okay, Eureka moment, what are you gonna do for me? Well, decent ground blocker, I guess. That's what you're gonna do for me. Yeah, what the heck. We're gonna Compulsive Research too. We're gonna have any hope here. Hey, it's Approach. I'm not sure it's gonna be enough in this game. In fact, I'm pretty sure it won't be enough. I'm probably dead to a trick here. Not quite. Well, the life gain is quite real. So, I think we cast Approach. You know, maybe I should have doubled it. Oh my god, that is what I should have done there. Would have gained me 14 life. Yeah, I should have doubled it. It's better than playing Vortex Runner. We're lucky they haven't drawn anything to double. I'm sure it's going to happen at some point and wreck us, but for now, we're kind of safe. I mean, I wouldn't have any blockers in play, I guess, is the flip side of doubling it, and then they would have attacked me for 6, so the 7 additional life I would have gained wouldn't have mattered that much. So, it's not a complete disaster. I'm going to hold on to this to bluff. I need to leave back all the blockers I can. What I need to do is find a card draw spell that I can double. That's like what I really need here. Yeah, don't worry, we'll be scrying. So thinking I'm just gonna chump this and take 2. Yeah. They have so much mana, and like doubling any spell at all. I mean, they cast a couple big ones, so they couldn't double them, but they can double pretty much everything else. And that probably does not bode well for us. Ooh, neither does that. So they double shock. Yeah, so that kills us, right? Yeah. I'll let all those triggers happen just because it's so sweet. Like I was saying, if they ever draw something to double, we're probably dead, so... Let's freak them out by scrying here. All right. Well, we went 7-2 with our cube deck today, and 3-3 with our Strixhaven deck. Not a bad day overall. This deck